So this is my review of the Sideshow Collectibles 1/4 scale Bane premium format. This piece came out about 4 or 5 years ago and it was always one I had my eye on, but never one that I really had the opportunity at the time to pick up. So thankfully now, this has now joined the collection and it is an absolute monster. The sculpt is fantastic. This is a Daniel Bell piece. So if you're not familiar with Daniel Bell, he has sculpted quite a few statues for Sideshow, and this is just a classic representation of Bane. This is the premium format, so it has got swap out heads, so you've got the old school traditional Graham Nolan Bane there, and you've got a more modern mask as well, which is this one here, which you get the more menacing pose. But I'm a fan of the old school OG Bane, so this is what I'm going to keep on display. There is actually the front of the Batmobile there, I've just not put it on. First impressions of the piece art is definitely got presence. It really feels like the traditional Bane from the Nightfall stories, which if you're an old school Batman fan you'll be well aware of and familiar with. In terms of the sculpt, cannot criticise it. The sculpt is phenomenal. You look at the muscle structure, the presence, the face. The base is relatively conservative as well, so it's Bane standing in the ruins of the Batmobile, obviously having destroyed that in a way to kick the crap out of Batman. If I had to be slightly critical of the piece, what I would say is that it's a lot of greys and blacks. This is something that a few collectors have said now, but I do feel that the base itself could have been a slightly different colour. He's standing in a rock formation. That could have had some browns in there, it could have had some green, it could have some other colour in there just to break up the monotone. And while the statue's got a lot of lovely texturing on it, particularly in the trousers, there's not a lot to differentiate the boots from the texture of the trousers, which is a real shame because there's a lot of really magnificent detail sculpted in there. But that said, the paint apps on the knuckles, which you can see here, absolutely phenomenal. The paintwork on his skin is fantastic. You can see there, just on the veins, just a slight green running through it. It's a fantastic piece, really well done. Pleased to have it in the collection. It's going to sit with me a few more days so I can give it a proper review, but for now, this is Sideshow Bane.